If you love stories that speak to the heart, about karma, purpose, and the quiet power within, please subscribe. I create many stories like this, meant to guide you inward and bring light to places we often overlook. Thank you, sincerely. Now, let me ask you something personal. Have you ever felt like something was missing? You don't know exactly what, but it leaves a space inside you, a quiet ache, a longing. So you search for love, for meaning, for validation, for peace. And every time you find something, it helps, for a moment, but then, the emptiness returns. You think, maybe it's out there, maybe I just haven't found it yet. But what if what you seek was never out there? What if it's already within you? Today's story is about a woman named Elena Carter, a seeker, a wanderer, a woman who traveled halfway across the world, only to discover that what she truly needed had always lived inside her. And maybe, just maybe, so does yours. Her name was Elena Carter. She was 33, successful, smart, put together on the outside, but inside, she was tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep could fix. She felt empty. She had everything she thought she needed: a stable job, a comfortable home, a partner who loved her, but there was a silence that followed her everywhere. She began to search, not for answers, but for something, anything, that would make her feel whole again. She left her job, sold most of her belongings, bought a plane ticket, and flew to India. Her friends thought she was running away, but she wasn't. She was running towards something, even if she didn't know what it was. Elena spent months traveling from temple to temple, from Dharamshala to Bodh Gaya, from yoga retreats to mountain monasteries. She meditated, she fasted, she chanted. And still, the emptiness remained. Until one morning, she found herself in a remote village. At the foot of a quiet hill, there was a small temple, cracked, weathered, forgotten. Inside sat an old monk, alone, dusting the floor with a cloth, older than her entire life. He looked up and smiled. "You've come far," he said, "but are you done running?" Elena hesitated. "I don't know what I'm running from," she said, "but I feel like something's missing." The monk nodded slowly. Everyone feels that way when they believe the light is outside them. He motioned for her to sit, and for the first time, no chanting, no incense, no silence to fill, just sitting. Still, breathing, present. Days passed. She stayed. No teachings, no rituals, no goals, just breath, just being. One evening, the monk gave her a cracked mirror. "Take it," he said, "but don't look at your face. Look into your eyes, and ask, what have I always avoided seeing?" That night, Elena sat with the mirror. She looked, and wept. Not because of what she saw, but because she finally stopped looking for herself in everything else. She returned to her country a month later. Didn't go back to the old job. Didn't chase titles. Didn't search anymore. She began teaching meditation, not to give people peace, but to help them see they already had it. At the door of her tiny studio, she painted 5 words: "You are already the answer." What Elena discovered was not in a temple, not in a book, not in a master's words. She found it in herself. And that is the heart of Buddhist teaching. The Buddha once said, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." Dhammapada, verse 165. We seek outside because we are taught that peace is something to earn. We think awakening comes after enough study, enough suffering, enough effort. But the truth is, you were never separate from the thing you long for. The Buddha taught that the true refuge is not found in any place or person, but in the Dharma within. Be a lamp unto yourself. Be your own refuge. Do not look for refuge in others. Mahaparinibbana Sutta. Elena looked in every corner of the world, except the one place that mattered most: inside. And when she finally stopped and turned inward, she found not emptiness, but presence. Not silence, but awareness. Not lack, but wholeness. This is the wisdom of Chan Naim, right mindfulness. To come home, to this breath, this body, this moment. Buddhism teaches anatta, the truth of no self. And in that space, when there's no one to perform for, no one to impress, there is only stillness. And within stillness, freedom. Elena's story is a reflection of a deeper karma. Not the karma of action and reaction, but the karma of awakening. The moment you stop seeking is the moment you realize you are not lost, you are here. Speech balloon. So ask yourself now, what are you still chasing that may already live within you? And what would it take to believe that you are enough, exactly as you are? Take a slow breath and ask yourself gently, what if you're not lost? What if you're not broken? What if you've been enough all along? We spend so much of our lives looking outward for approval, for success, for someone to tell us we matter. But the Buddha didn't point us outward. He pointed us inward, to this moment, this breath, this body. What you seek is not in the next book, the next job, the next relationship. It is already within you. But you must be still enough, quiet enough, brave enough to listen. Let this story be a reminder. You are not on the way to becoming whole. You already are. Speech balloon. Let me ask you this, and answer truthfully in the comments. What have you been chasing that might already live inside your own heart? Is it love? Is it peace? Is it your worth? And here's a question that may stir some debate. If everything you seek is already within, why do we still feel so empty? Is it because we don't trust it? Or because we've forgotten how to listen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your words may be exactly what someone else needs today. And if this story touched something deep in you, please share it. Send it to someone who is tired of searching, someone who feels far from home, but doesn't yet know they've been carrying it within all along. And if you want more stories like this, gentle, real, rooted in the Dharma, subscribe to this channel. Here, we don't preach, we remember. Because you don't need to become someone else. You just need to come home to who you already are. And remember, what you seek is already within you.